So I'm a little bit under the weather, but I'm a professional driver, and had my CDL for about a year and 2 months. And what I've noticed is that just like in the industry in America, you know, the trucking industry is ran by white supremacists, and what do I mean by that? Basically, they got a lot of policies in place as far as trucking goes. You know, that's not really based on any type of rules and shit like that. You go into like federal regulations and shit like that, and nowhere does it say you need 3 years, you need 4 years, you need 5 years experience to drive a motherfucking truck. Yet these companies, they hide behind experience to basically keep, you know, seniority going. You know what I mean? And not only that, the people who have experience and shit like that know that the trucking business is just like any other business in America. It's ran by racist white motherfuckers that want to turn gross profits off of the labor of their drivers. Again, nowhere in the regulations that does it state that you need X amount of years to operate a vehicle. One of the things that I was taught in my school, which was one of the best schools in Virginia, is that once you get your CDL, you are considered a professional driver. Not you get your CDL and you hold it for 3-4 years, 2 years, you're a professional driver. No, once you get your CDL, you're a professional driver. But the problem is these companies, they want to run game. They want to turn gross profits off of you and have you sitting around not making no fucking money, while these white supremacist families, they go back and pay off their houses and shit like that. Me, I got student loans. I got all types of shit going on. I've yet to buy my own, lease my own apartment or none of that shit. So I'm coming into the business thinking that it's going to be an opportunity because everybody makes shit seem like, oh, it's good, you get your CDL, it's a Visa card and all this type of shit. And then you turn around and run into the same shit. People running game, people being exploitive. You know what I'm saying? No transparency. They're not telling you, you know what I'm saying, what the fuck you making. You know? I'm a little bit under the weather, but that's pretty much where I'm coming from with this shit. And I don't give a fuck who's in denial. You know what I'm saying? A couple of truck drivers, it usually be white men. They always say, man, you got a fair shot and all that. They always viewing shit from their view, or from their point of view of white privilege. You know what I'm saying? Because all doors have been knocked down, all roads have been paved for them to motherfucking prosper and get everything they need, while truck drivers like myself, you know what I'm saying, new to the industry relatively, are being told all this bogus shit, that all these hoops and shit we gotta jump through. I've driven through some of the most difficult states in the United States. West Virginia, Pennsylvania, no wrecks. You know what I'm saying? I've seen reckless drivers of all skill sets, of all experience. You know what I mean? But my main argument is not that. My main argument is, you know what I'm saying, the people that hire us as truck drivers. And what you'll find is that they're running game. They're turning gross profits off of the labor, and they trying to get you to believe that you less than, no matter your experience. Not to mention, DOT officers, these white supremacist DOT officers and shit like that. They want to turn a profit by fucking with people. They don't fuck with the truck drivers that they need to fuck with, the reckless truck drivers, because they always out there. You know what I'm saying? Always. They tailgate other trucks. They tailgate vehicles. They crash into vehicles. They record themselves crashing into people. You see what I'm saying? And I just felt like I had to come forward with my little spiel, being a truck driver, and knowing the difficulty of the job. Some white people and some motherfuckers say the job is easy. It's not an easy job when you're dealing with incompetent people on the road, other incompetent truck drivers, white, black, orange, whatever. But my main gripe for this video is basically truck drivers, truck companies just running game. Just running game all the way around. They'll use your experience and say, say they hire me. And they say, oh, I gave you a chance because I usually hire people, or the insurance companies, they need 2 years. So I gave you a chance. So what they'll basically do is grossly underpay you, despite the value of the loads you may deliver or whatever the fuck it is. Only recently have I been able to make a decent amount of money, but that's driving for a company that basically puts my CDL at risk because I'm driving all types of hours and shit and doing all types of labor. You see what I'm saying? But that's my main gripe, man. You know what I'm saying? Trucking companies just running game on motherfuckers. People that's new to the industry. You know what I'm saying? And it gets to a point where, of course, white supremacy, or these white supremacist motherfuckers, they want to defend anything that's unjust. So you would tell another truck driver that, hey, this shit is fucked up for me. They'll say, oh, it's something wrong with you, because their first duty is to defend all forms of white supremacy, even if it doesn't directly involve them. They have to make the system look good because it always works for them. You see what I'm saying? They won't admit some of the shit that they see, some of the shit that they got away with. You got trainers and shit out, white supremacist trainers out here drinking beers and shit with their motherfucking trainees. I've heard stories like that. I've seen all sorts of shit. I ain't no hot motherfucker by a long shot, but once my money starts getting attacked and all that type of shit, and then these white supremacist motherfuckers trying to justify keeping me poor despite me being in the same profession as them. These motherfuckers got houses paid off doing the same job I'm doing, and I ain't got shit. I'm a rock on you. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not gonna sit back and let you make me out to be the bad guy, or make it seem like this whole system ain't white supremacist in nature. It is. But again, they just run a game. That's all I want to tell y'all, man, is that these companies, they run a game on motherfuckers that's new to the industry. I would say black drivers in general, they running game on us, man. They giving all these white drivers motherfucking more benefits, higher pay. I already pointed out that Western Express was paying their motherfucking white drivers double to triple what they were paying black drivers. And I'm supposed to believe it's just Western Express? And again, in the whatever the regulations, it doesn't say you have to have your license for 6 years, 3 years, 2 years in order for you to be considered a professional driver. It doesn't say any of that shit. So, and guess what? I hate to say this, but I understand the shit. Okay, you want to see what people can do. But the problem is, when motherfuckers prove themselves with their little first 2 years, 3 years and shit, you keeping motherfuckers poor and you turning gross profits. You keeping motherfuckers poor and you turning gross profits. No truck driver should be making less than motherfucking 80,000, 75 to 80,000 a year. I know I should. You know what I'm saying? But also, like, part of me feels like it ain't that many opportunities where I'm at, and if it is, I'm purposely being kept out of those opportunities because I'm in the Virginia area right now. I'm willing to go, over the road, which I have. I've driven all the way to Arizona. I've been to Alabama. I've been all the way up to Boston. I've driven to New York. I've driven to multiple states. But I'm not in it for the lifestyle. I'm in it for the prosperity. I'm in it to gain resources. I'm in it to gain an income. And they be running game on motherfuckers, man. Particularly black people. The trucking business, getting us to fall in love with the lifestyle rather than, actual pay. Actual salary. Actual, living. How the fuck do you become a truck driver and all of a sudden... let me break it down like this. I was working for Western Express. Right when I left Western Express, the whole motherfucking government shut the whole economy down. I was working for a motherfucker paying me $1,300 a week. Racist Indian motherfucker. But in these white supremacists' eyes, that was too much. I wasn't supposed to be making that much, having so little experience. Never mind the fact that I'm a professional driver once I get a fucking CDL. This is what I mean by motherfuckers running game in the industry, dog. That's all I want y'all to understand. If you feel that, yeah, they running game on you, it's because they is. It's because motherfucking white supremacist DOT officers try to keep, you know what I'm saying, as well as the companies, they get paid the amount of drivers they bring in. A lot of companies have no intentions of giving motherfuckers careers. So they want to run you in, destroy your license, and then kick you right out. Like Western Express, like so many of these mega couriers that many people like to go to, that many of us have to go to. The Indian motherfucker I was driving for, he said once he got his CDL, he never worked for somebody else. He was working for himself from the moment he got into the industry. But I wouldn't doubt the fact that he probably was targeted for trying to turn a profit for himself. You see what I'm saying? So, I know what I said makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And for anybody to deny it, based on, I don't give, if you got over 3 years experience and you deny this shit, let me say 2 years experience, and you deny what the fuck I'm sitting right here saying, you ain't on shit anyway. You see what I'm saying? You probably ain't a better driver than me any motherfucking way. I don't have no restrictions on my license. I can drive a 13 speed, 10 speed, you know what I'm saying? 18 speed. I can drive all that shit. Class A license. Had my Spanish speaking, I mean not my Spanish speaking, my Indian manager threatened me. So I'm in a hostile situation where a motherfucker threatening my life because I gotta work for another motherfucker. So all in all, I don't believe in the trucking industry anyway. The trucking business is not the end all be all to my success, and it never will be, and it's not intended to be. You know what I'm saying? And me becoming a truck driver is not the, you know what I'm saying, my only accomplishment. You see what I'm saying? High school diploma, college degree, no kids. See what I'm saying? Relatively young. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. All in all, motherfuckers running game, and they want you to think that it's not what it is. They running game. They turning gross profits off of your labor, and they want you to believe that something wrong with you. Like right now, I've been out of work going on 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm a little bit under the weather, but it gets tiring when motherfuckers running game on you. They holding you to standards that are not even regulatory. It's not a requirement for you to hold your CDL for 5 fucking years before you get a job. You got young white motherfuckers out here, owner operators, young white motherfuckers and paid off houses, cars and shit like that. You got me sitting out here looking stupid. And then these motherfuckers got DUIs, they got wrecks in the truck, but you want to run game on me. And I done driven in the most difficult states, then driven in some of the worst traffic conditions, and came out, you know what I'm saying, unscathed. But you want to play with me and say, oh yeah, woo, 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 it's your attitude, it's this, it's that. Motherfuckers flipping trucks, killing families and shit like that. I drove tankers. Just drove tankers for a tanker company. Motherfuckers was trying to pay me, you know what I'm saying, I was averaging probably like $800 a week. That ain't shit for what I was doing. That was an over-the-road position in Pennsylvania. Got my hazmat endorsement. Motherfuckers want to run game. They want to play games, man. And I'm not playing games. That's why I'm for reparations. I don't give a fuck what white supremacist male or female don't like it. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to sit here and say the trucking industry is the only thing that can save me or can help me, despite what black people have done for this country, free of charge, then you can eat a dick and die. I don't care. But y'all on top of that shit, you running game though. Y'all motherfuckers running game, Slim. I don't even have confidence in being the owner operator. That's why I don't believe in the trucking industry after 1 year. Knowing that motherfuckers crash and all types of shit. Motherfuckers driving snowstorms. Fuck around, get caught up in a hurricane or anything. And y'all gonna play with me and tell me that as a professional driver, oh yeah, you gotta wait. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. And y'all giving these white motherfuckers, these white boys, motherfucking handouts. These immigrant groups handouts. You handing them companies, business grants, all this type of shit. So I don't even have the confidence in becoming a motherfucking owner operator because that's going to be sabotaged by these white motherfuckers. Call me negative, but guess what? Since I came in the industry, motherfuckers had every opportunity to prove me wrong. Had every opportunity to show me that the trucking business was different. And I suspected it not to be different. I already suspected that it was going to be white supremacist elements involved in that shit. And it's proven me correct. That they was going to try to exploit me. And in the process, some of the situations I could have lost my damn CDL by now. They put me at risk. The pay's too motherfucking low. You see what I'm saying? Most motherfuckers want a lot of work while dishing out the minimum amount of pay. Tell me I'm lying. The average you're supposed to look forward to making is probably $1,000 a week. That's where they want to keep it at. Unless you're a white male. I only recently made, $1,900? I was working 7 days a week, which I wasn't even supposed to be doing. I got $2,400 for that. See what I'm saying? So, y'all can sit there and try to defend this motherfucking system all you want. You can try to defend the trucking industry all you want. All they doing is running game. And as a professional driver, I shouldn't even have to be in a situation. They've been fucking me over since day one. I went to one of the best schools. No restrictions on my motherfucking license. Now I got a hazmat endorsement. Only thing I don't got is the triples and doubles endorsement. Don't really want that. I'm tired of working for white fucking companies where they sit back and try to sabotage your life and they got too much control over one's fucking personal life with these fucking jobs. And that's just the way it is. I'm not comfortable with it. I'm going to keep calling it out. Fuck who don't like it. That's on my mother's grave. Ain't no motherfucking way I'm supposed to be sitting out here struggling when I put all this time in. I don't give a fuck if it's only 1 year. I put a lot of time and sacrifice in driving for other people or only for other people to turn a profit off of my hard labor. And again, I don't fuck being the owner operator. I feel like fuck the trucking business. Fuck being the truck driver. The lifestyle's already fucked up. And then on top of that, you got motherfuckers that you working for want to plotting against you. Especially if you're a black man. A lot of y'all fail to realize that's what you're looking at right now. You're looking at a black man. You're not looking at a motherfucker, just a random ass dude. You're looking at a black man that's targeted historically and presently throughout American society. But if you ain't a black man, I don't expect you to understand what the fuck I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? A lot of companies will leave your ass out here in no man's land. Or leave the truck right here, we'll get you a bus ticket back. You got all your shit in the truck. You got a refrigerator, you got a fucking cooler, you got clothes, you got all types of shit. They talking about they gonna put you on the bus. So that's pretty much all I'm gonna say, man. Like, my first year of trucking has been horrible. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect it to get better. I expect it to get much worse. I expect the trucking industry to continue running game on motherfuckers. I expect it to continually be ran by white supremacists and immigrant groups, and black men like myself are consistently held and kept on an employee level. And at best we become owner operators if we lucky enough, if we work 20 to 30 times harder than a white motherfucker to do so. Ain't many of us out here thriving as truck drivers, as black people. You know what I'm saying? There's so many horror stories out there that don't come to light. But I'm gonna be one of the first motherfuckers to tell you this shit has been treacherous and fucking retarded.